Okay, so I've discovered a couple things here. First of all, this pick apart foam in this case is not a true pick apart, and in the manner in which I speak of is this is the insert that I removed from one of the other circles, and I'll show you this in a second why I have this like this. This pick apart is not split in the middle here. It's split like this, if you can see that. It's split like that, and it's split like that. But when you turn on its side, it's not split like this. Now, being split down in the middle right here would be a plus. The reason for that being is, here's what I had to do. I basically had to rip it in half here so I can get a medium depth of the foam. Other than that, otherwise, here's what's happened. Once you pull the piece that you want, you see, you get the whole sliver that comes out. Not good. I don't like it. I really wish that it were in the center. This is a cut I made. This is not factory. That's a cut. Here's the factory. Okay, so it would be very nice if these were made so that they could be picked apart in the center as well, like that, leaving half attached on the bottom. That way you can choose what you want. Because what happens is once you pull all your pieces out that you want and you lay the item inside, when you lift it up, it's going to fall out from the bottom. There's nothing to hold it. What I figured is, I don't have it. I really wish I did. A hot wire could probably pass this right along the hot wire. And the hot wire would cut it right down the middle like this. That way you get two pieces. And then you can go ahead, pick apart one top that you need, and then when you're done, spray some foam glue on the bottom piece, lay this back on, and now you have a true foam insert that you can lift up and your items won't fall through. They'll be glued together on a bottom piece. So that's an idea that I found out that could work. Unfortunately, I can't show you because I don't have a hot wire. I'm very sorry. But those of you that are crafty should know what I'm talking about. With the hot wire, cut it right in half. When you're done, pick apart the top, spray glue it, and you're good to go. Alright, so enough of this piece. Now, what do we have down here? Okay, so basically there's a bottom piece, the top piece, and in the middle just a regular foam piece, which is the piece that should be on the bottom, but it's not. So what I did was I just went ahead and removed the foam surround to the other insert. I placed the foam middle piece down on the bottom and placed this on the inside of that, and just laid everything inside here as neatly and organized as I could. And it seems to be working okay. It doesn't seem to be a problem. I have the chest piece, I have the wrist piece, I have a head piece, there's another wrist piece here. Here's the car adapter, here's the flotation device, here's the alligator clip, here's the arch to hold it up on a desk. Okay, desk, and I got to arch over like that. I have everything in here basically laid in nice and flat. And then I got the top piece here, which here's what I'll show you I did. Essentially, I'm using a scissor. And we'll take these out so I can show you what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is I'm just, with my best, going inside and cutting what I don't need. To the depth that I need, cutting that out, and then just weeding those little pieces out. And that's what I'm doing. That's that pile right here. This is all the weed that I took out from the inside here. Seems to be working. It is not pretty, but it is functional. And by functional, I mean this case, if you want to make it work, which is what I'm doing because I've already butchered this insert, but if you want to make it work, it will work for you. So the case is not bad. The case is phenomenal. This case is actually very, very, very well made. Rubber seal all the way around. 2 steel locks, if you could see that, I'm sorry. 2 little steel aluminum locks. It seals. It's got a vent right here. You could release that when you go to open it. And it's not a bad box. We're going to have to spray this. I'm definitely going to have to spray this top piece so it stays in the lid there. But the insert just needs to be improved. Urgh. Come on, Harbor. Do better. So, I'm chipping out these little pieces right here, what I don't like. And it seems to be working. So, let's go ahead. I'm going to slide this over. And it seems to be working. I can place my top piece in. I've already cut a square out for the GoPro cam itself. I've got a section over here for the back camera or the monitor, memory piece and the remote, charger, and the mono holder, mono rod, pod, stick. I'm going to also carve out some other pieces here, and I'll show you that in a second, for the lenses or the back pieces, and some other spots for the tripod, and some other spots for the wires, which I have no idea where I put the wires. I think they're on the bottom, but you'll understand what I'm talking about. And this seems to work, not bad at all. We'll take these out because they're not in there yet, and I'll show you. We're going to close this. So we got, even though it seems a little loose and flimsy, but because they're sitting up proud of the foam, I'll show you. We can close this, no problem. And there's no movement inside there. That foam has got it very well secured. I'm pretty sure I can probably throw this down a staircase and my camera would be in okay shape. Now, albeit the case is a little bulky. Honestly, who carries around with a suitcase like this? But I figure if you're going to travel, like on an airplane or on a bus, and you want to go ahead and just throw this in the overhead bin compartment or under the seat, or even on the bottom of the bus, where you know it's gonna be secured, you're gonna get it later, and you don't have to worry about someone going ahead and dropping a very hard case on your soft iPod case, which is what we had here before, and crushing it. Something like this, you can carry a lot more items. I'm going to manage to get these inside, maybe on the bottom in small baggies. There's a lot of extra pieces here I don't need. There's multiple pieces. I got 4 adapters here. I got 3 adapters, 3 gooseneck adapters there. These are planks. These are cranes. These are little some more adapters I really don't know. Knuckles, I'd call them knuckles. And it seems like I have more than what I would actually need for one camera. But I'm going to try my best to get some of that stuff in there, even if I have to put them back into baggies like this and just layer them on the bottom. So let's go ahead, open this back up, and you can see nothing moved. It's all there. It's in great shape. I think it's going to work. And like I said, this is probably not going to work for everybody, but if you want to make it work for you, you could. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you how I chipped out one piece. We'll do the tripod here. We'll do the tripod in this section right there. We'll go ahead and cut that out, and that'll give you an idea of what I'm going to do with the rest. And then when I'm done with that, I'll come back and I'll show you the completed work. Okay, so here we go. I told you I was going to show you how I cut this out. And the monopod goes right inside here. And basically what I was doing, I was just pressing down lightly. And you see where it presses down in the light, the little depressions. That's what's giving me the general idea of what I need to cut out. So if we have the monopod inside here, and we know that that fits really good in there, so now I know I only have to take off 2 sections, and I can go at the bottom of where the monopod is, basically right there, if you see that, to right about the first section of the first row up here. So there you go, you see that? That's exactly what I'm going to cut out right there. So knowing that, I can go ahead and with the scissor start chipping. And essentially what I'm doing is I'm trying my best to run a straight line right across the first level, which is maybe about 3/4 of an inch or a little bit more than a 1/2 inch of the foam to cut that out. You can see how I got it split apart there. And we just go ahead and just chip away, trying to keep as straight as line as possible and not going too far in or at an angle down. If you start going at an angle down, you're going to get past that first layer of retention, which you can see it's being held in place. Some places very lightly, but it's being held in place. So if you don't want to go too deep, because you'll cut those and then the insert will just slide right out. But you can see I can pull these right out. And there you go. Sorry. I can pull these right out. And it's about a 1/2 inch that I cut there. And now the piece is still in there. The foam is still in there from the bottom. Okay? So we'll cut the rest out too here. Now what you could also do if you want, you could separate it here. Just right there to the top pieces. Don't go too far down. And separate those right there as well. Remember, don't go all the way because you're going to separate it and the piece is just going to fall right out. You continue to cut it as straight as possible and not too deep. And you'll see that's what you end up with. See? So we got about a 1/2 inch down. Like I said, a hot wire would make this a whole lot better. So if you have a video and if you want to try this and go ahead and use a piece of hot wire and cut that right in half and do it, hey, I'd love to see how it comes out. I really would. Like I said, I'll say it again. I'll probably say it again 2 more times before this video is done. This case is probably not for everybody, but if you want to make it work, it will work. So let's go ahead and remove that, and we'll remove those pieces, and there is the section for our tripod. So we'll go ahead and we'll fit the monopod in place. Alright. And then tripod should fit snugly right there. And you don't have to go deep. Remember, it sits proud, as you can see right there. There you go. You can see it sits proud of the top foam, but that's fine because when you put it back into the case, the top foam on the other case is just going to come right on top of that and squeeze that all down, and that'll keep everything from moving. And look, we even created a little spot. We could throw something else in there. Nope, that ain't gonna work. We could probably throw a couple of little brackets or knuckles, and they'll just sit comfortably inside there. But anything you make, anything you cut. So that's how I cut out, and I'll show you the rest. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest, and then I'll come back with the finished project. I chipped out the pieces that I wanted, and I have a completed project here, which I'm kind of happy, and it seems like it's going to work for me. So what do I have on the top here? Like I said, let's rehash. I have most of the chest harness, the head harness, flotation, alligator clip, car vent, another arm inside here. I have some wires for the charging on the bottom piece. Top piece, we went ahead. As you can see now, I can pick this up and there's nothing going to fall out from the bottom. So what do we have? Well, we have the back camera or the monitor, memory card, remote. We have the plug, our lens, our covers, the case rears, the camera inside a case, not attached. You don't want the rubber to become brittle from being pressed down too much. We have two arms. Sorry about that. We have two arms, one there, one there. We have one J hook in the bracket already with the glue already attached to it, or the tape. That's in a piece right here. We have another harness here with the isolator in another case or in another clip. That's in its own spot. We have 4 anchors or screws or bolts. We have the tripod. We have the adapter for the tripod and the monopod to go on the top. We found a spot for that right there. Remember, we found a spot for that. And we have the extended monopod inside here. And the 4 back pieces, like I said. So let's go ahead and slide that into the case and see what happens. Shake upside down. Doesn't seem like nothing's moving in there. I don't hear it. Everything looks like it's in order, and it seems like this is gonna work. I'm kind of jazzed. I'm kind of digging this. I like it. And like I said, all we really have to do is find a baggie to put all these extra pieces here on the side and lay those on the inside there. I guess if we use small ones, seem a little better. Now you could probably not have to bring these other pieces. If you're an avid GoProer, wouldn't be a bad thing to have them. You never know, in case you lose a piece or something like that. You have a backup. You can also pick and choose. These things seem like they would be the first thing to get lost. I know I would. Like I just dropped one now. I could see myself drop one off a cliff. Hopefully not dropping the entire camera off the cliff. But there you go, you got that. You can place that inside there. That'll still fit. Another small one with the knuckles. Maybe the other adapters. And then finally the bar brackets. You see that? Along with the J hooks. We could probably put these J hooks by themselves. Seems like they would fit fine. That's everything. I'm gonna throw the instructions in there too. Why not? You never know. Maybe some isolators. Let's throw those in there as well. Put your top piece back on and close your case. Viola, she said. And I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty satisfied. Going back over, Apache 2800 case from Harbor Freight came out to $29 roughly. 25% coupon. You probably get it a little cheaper. It has the vent. You can release it. The vent, sealed the vent. Now you got cases a whole 100% sealed in. Dirt, dust, impact, moisture. When you're ready to open it, you'll want to crack this to release the pressure, any pressure that builds up on the inside. You got two metal latches for locks. The case is open. Everything's in there. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for stopping by and watching me. I hope this inspires you, gives you an idea. I hope you come back to me with other ideas that you have come back off of with this. And remember, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.